My name is Dr. Kenneth Miranda Jr. from Chicago, Illinois, and I've been following the Grand Master for 7 years. I first came in contact with the teaching while walking down the streets of Chicago. I met a brother propagating the truth. He presented me with a book called The Vietnam 666, and I've been following the Grand Master ever since. And now, without further delay, I'd like to introduce the Grand Master, Dr. Malachi V. York.
I'm trying to explain somebody about how to that there was more than one God in Genesis, and that Adam and Eve was the only people on the earth at that time, and that there was more than one God. When they say God is plural, I'm trying to explain the Bible, but I can't.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Watch this. There's more than one people there's more than one set of family on the planet Earth at the time, because according to their Bible, you had Adam, Eve, Cain, and Abel. You got that? And Cain killed Abel. You got that? They go right to the Bible and say, who was Cain afraid was going to kill him? He said, I'm afraid they're going to kill me. Who was it? Who was going to kill him? Now, when Cain was put out of God, he went to the land of Nod. And they married. Who do you marry? Now they get a land on Nod, nobody was on the planet. Now, where did the serpent come from? What race did he belong to? Because he was talking. And he knew God. He even thought he knew what God was thinking. But he told them, God does know.
They like to say that that's the devil, and the devil was the devil before. You know, like they try to say,
no, where before? Nubians would do that to you. Let's go you out there and let's hear it. When they saw that journey, you walk right with them. Say, the devil was where before? And who created the devil? And then tell me God did, so I can ask you why. So if you say God created everything, and the devil was already in the garden before Adam and Eve got there, and the devil must have been here before Adam and Eve, who created the devil and where did he come from? And why? And why would God create a devil? I heard a conversation that God created the devil to show forth his power. He's all wise, right, and exact. Why does God have to show you anything? Right? I think the blood was pretty effective. Blood to show you God is. If I'm there, you stay with him on it. Now, how do you know there's more than one God in the Bible? Because it says let us. And another thing, that's Jesus. And it says Jesus was in the beginning with God. That's two. The us is plural, three. Elohim. It's not Elohim. In Hebrew, Elohim would be us too.
They like to go to John and pull out in the beginning of the word. First John.
I'll go to them too. Watch that. Watch. In the beginning was the Word. And the Word was with God. And the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. All things was made by Him. And there was not anything made that was made without Him. In Him was the light. And the light was the light of man. And the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness comprehends it not. There was a man sent from God, whose name was John, who was sent to bear witness of that light. That is a true light, which all men will believe. Now, check it out. In the beginning was the Word. The word there is logos in Greek. In the beginning was a conversation, is the word for Greek logos. In the beginning was the Word. What is the Word? No, that's the Greek. What is a word? Okay, let me say it again. What's the purpose of a word? Huh? Say it again. Because this is his thing, to speak. So, who was speaking in the beginning? God and Jesus? Okay, so what are they talking about? No, I'm not. Sometimes it may sound silly, but the deed so fact. What was God and Jesus talking about? Both of them are all knowing, so they don't have to listen to me, but there. Okay, so God and Jesus was saying, let us create man. But that hasn't happened yet. Okay, now which one of them was the evil side? Because man ends up with two natures, good and evil. Was it God or Jesus? Because in the Bible it says, let us make man. By the time we get to the third chapter, it says, now a man has become like one of us, knowing good from evil. So one of those people that was in the beginning had to have an evil nature. Which one was Jesus? Was he the good one or the evil one? Or was the Father, God, evil and evil? Yes, sir.
You go there and speak like that because they'll refer to Jesus as the tree of life in the garden.
Okay.
So when you start going and we say, how do you confirm your message.
You do this. They say, which tree of life? In the garden, there's a tree of knowledge of good and evil, and then there's a tree of life. When they say tree of life, they explain it. They explain to me what is meant by the tree of life. The word there is Al-Hayy in Hebrew. And that literally means a tree that sprouts, that grows things. Right? How is Jesus the tree of life? Pastor? Don't always feel that you have to defend or step back and say, prove it. Because they will throw things out at you because you like to explain, you get caught explaining. Say, prove me, what is the tree of life? No Bible commentary can deal with it. What is it? You follow that? Now, they'll say Jesus is, in the book of Corinthians, the branch. The branch is not the tree. They call Jesus the branch. The branch is not the tree. They call Jesus the vine. The vine is not the tree. The vine is attached to the tree. The branch goes off the tree. Jesus' Father would have to be the tree and the seed of all life. But they make his Father a tree, they violate the law. Do not make any graven image of anything in the heaven, on the earth, or beneath the earth. The moment they make him a tree, they make him one of the things that live on earth and violate the law. You understand? What you got to do is you got to stay right with them. Don't let them slip away with their fictions and their fantasies, and don't let them get hyper. That's their best game. Getting hyper on you and getting mad. Don't let them go there. Stay right there. Let's not get mad. Let's stay right there. That's a good point you built up. Let's point right at. Let's don't go nowhere else.
So Jesus was talking, and they said, let's have a garden for the talking snake. Put the two of y'all in, don't eat these two trees in my house. Because when he came back, he said, what did you do?
When you get that first thing, what God did that mean?
Yeah, but he created this nice thing and took a sword.
But why did he let the devil go in there? But why did he let the devil go in there? Why did he let the devil go in there?
Wait a minute, this is supposed to be the garden.
That's what I'm with you. Go away. I'm saying, why did he let the ask him, why did God let the devil get to eat?
Well, he made a garden for the snakes.
Why?
Like this, what you gonna
Why? Why? So he knows he's God. God knows him. God has to see what someone's going to do.
But the same God that required his son to be nailed up.
Why?
Well, come out here, 2,000 years.
I'm saying, when you talk to them, what we don't do enough of is say to them, why? Why did God have his son crucified? Oh, to save the world? Why?
They're still sinning.
No, why? You ain't got to go that far. Why? Why does God want to save the world? Why? God loves us. Why did he come? God so loved the world that he sent his only begotten son. I'm a father in a family. And if something's going on in my house, noise downstairs, I'm telling my wife, get the kids, stay still, I'm going to get my peace. That's right. I'm going downstairs to take care of his business. No, I'm not religious. I'm not religious. You come down to someone trying to break in my house and hurt my family, my kids. I say ain't a rabbi, imam, or reverend that won't grab his gun. Why?
The sadomasochistically crucified. With a crown.
Why?
Well, they'll say, no, this is so.
Talk to me.
Now, Malachi knows that
Jesus is God.
God came down and
Experience like saying right. And Malachi does know that Jesus is God. That's right. What's the problem with that? You didn't say nothing serious. Jesus is God, and God said, I breathed into man of my spirit, and man became a living soul. So if God's spirit is in you, you God too. That's right.
not a personality.
Well, what's the personality?
We didn't come like Jesus. God told
How did Jesus come? Mary had labor pains. Mary had labor pains. Some wise men came, checked the kid out, And then the funny part about that is, if Jesus was born, listen close, and could only die on the cross for your sins at age 30, why did they have to go to Egypt? If that was predestined prophecy of the Bible, then Herod could have done nothing to Jesus. Why did they have to go hide in Egypt and wait for Herod to die if Jesus was born to die on the cross for your sins at 33 years old? Why? You understand what I'm saying? That he was born and his destiny was to die on the cross for our sins. I know they wasn't going to crucify no infant. They wouldn't have having that little cross up on Calvary. So, I know they wasn't going to crucify no infant. The problem is, Jesus is supposed to die on the cross for your sins. And Paul says in the 15th Corinthians, according to the scripture, right? That's right. So Jesus is going to be a grown man. Now I ask again, what was Jesus' purpose for coming to earth? But to die on the cross for our sins, that we all may be saved.
He died, the emotional aspect of man, because God didn't know, so he had to come as a...
Okay, good. So that's good. But how are you going to do that? By dying? But he died. The ultimate point in Jesus is called passion in the Bible. The suffering of Christ. That he bore a cross, went to Calvary, and was nailed to the cross and died on the cross for your sins that you may be saved. That is the foundation of the belief. When you get that point, then you go back to when he was born, I'm saying, when dealing with these people, and ask them, if Jesus was born by God with a predestined purpose to die as a man on a cross and to resurrect from the cross, then again I repeat, Herod could not kill him. And I'm quite sure the angels would have known that. When an angel came to Joseph from heaven and said, take the baby Jesus and the mother and go to Egypt and hide out until Herod dies. Stay with me. Who is the giver and taker of life? Why did they have to wait for Herod to die? Why couldn't God just say, Herod in the way, because my boy is down there, and he has a destiny to save your sins, and that. Don't you understand the point of Malachi teaching or right knowledge? What I'm basically saying to everybody is keep asking people why. Here's what I mean by that. The ultimate why is, why are we suffering? Why? Don't tell me God created people perfect, and I know people that are born blind. I don't see you on the person. People who are born blind. People are born. Ask anybody who works in a hospital. People are born without hearts. There's a doctor right there, the head doctor of the town. People ain't kids born without hearts, born without brains, born with their heads stacked like this. Yeah. What happened? That's a perfect creation. That's in the image and likeness of God. What happened? Then you say because man sinned. Adam and Eve, before they sinned, was condemned because they put a serpent in there. They were going to test them before they even had a chance to prove what they were. They already had a serpent in there. Eve was walking along, didn't do anything wrong yet. So why was God testing her? And didn't he know every thought of her imagination then in order to say that it became evil later? If it became evil, then it was good. So every thought and imagination of Eve was good. Why did you have to test her? The woman's good. Why am I messing with it? You understand what I'm saying? It comes down, same thing with Job, exactly. It comes down to why, y'all. And when I start asking that question, why? You start saying, why did Master Problem Hunter come in 1930? Why didn't he come in 1920 for my grandmother? I'll be with you in a minute. Why then? And now he came in 1930, February 26th, he was born. July 4th he appeared. Nothing has changed for Nubians. Nothing. Nothing. So what is the purpose of God coming if we don't change nothing? If God appeared in the person of Master Muhammad, he came as our Savior, why have we not been saved? You got to get to the point where you are asking the question. And come down to why. You understand? Because we are in a mess. The next question is, how do we get out of the mess?
Yes.
The first stage out of the mess is to give everybody back their right. Give them back all their religion, all the stuff that they gave us that as of this date has not worked for us. I'm starting over. I ain't a Muslim, I ain't a Pakistan, I ain't nothing. I'm starting over with a clear slate, and I'm not digesting anything that I can't question. And any minister or preacher that don't want to be questioned, I ain't going to listen to.
All right.
And if they say anything about me, you say, I know him. He'll let you talk to him. He'll let you walk with him. He'll let you eat with him. You can ask him anything. You know why? Because I know I'm real. I know I'm authentic. I know Farrakhan is fake. He knows he's fake. He knows he cannot deal with Arabic questions and Islamic questions, so he should put the Quran down. I'm not saying he's a bad person. Don't misunderstand. I'm not saying he's not an intelligent brother. He is better at what he's going at right now, politics, than Islam. Because him nor Honorable Muhammad really knew Islam. And in knowing Islam, it still didn't do nothing for you, because they were the slave traders. Hello. It still had nothing to do with you. You think you slip when you walk on to white man, I'm a Muslim. He laughed. You know you might think I'm a Christian. He's laughing. You understand what I'm saying? You got to start with a clean slate. If Jesus can't wait, then you got the wrong guy. Say, wait, I got to recollect all my beliefs and value systems. I ain't got that much time. I got to give it all back. I ain't a Baptist, I ain't a Christian, I ain't nothing right now. You know what I'm saying? I am just me, a child of the Most High. I believe that there's a greater force in me because my people, my mother, my grandmother were here before me, so it manifested me, so it must be a greater force in me. I'm just inside this chain of life somewhere, but I'm not taking those side steps into beliefs until I get it together. You understand? And all I'm doing, I'm the man trying to throw out so many things in the world like this here, and everybody that you talk to, you say, wait. I translate the Torah from Hebrew. So when you walk up to a brother calling himself Israelite Hebrew, have the Torah, say, wait, hold it. The Hebrew word says such and such. That's not it. Don't be giving me that, I am black but comely, oh you daughters of Jerusalem, and say that's foul. That's not foul talk. So Hebrew, you find out that's a woman talk. But it's easy to say it out. King Solomon was black. You know what I'm saying? That's not Solomon. You'll find it out when you learn the language. And then y'all don't have the time to learn the language. I did. So I translate everything, and when I translate, I put the English and a word after. English and a word after. So you can go to the Strong's dictionaries or go and check it up and say, that's exactly it. That's exactly what it says. That's all I want you to be able to do. I don't want you to follow me. I don't want no followers. I want you to walk side by side if you're going to go somewhere together. You know what I'm saying? I want us to sit together. I don't need no follow. Don't say I'm one of Malachi's followers. I know you're not. You're my family. You're my friend, but you're not my follower. I'm a teacher. I'm not a preacher. I may sound like a preacher because that's the only people you listen to. So I gotta take on the persona of a preacher to get inside their head, y'all. I might even say, hey man. All the preachers will go, you understand? I want to be a teacher, and I want you to become a teacher. I don't want you to be no follower mine. I put everything in books so you can take it home. You got a choice of the subject you want, and there's going to be 100 more. So if you go up against anybody, you got facts. I ain't dealing with I don't want no fiction. And I'm going to tell you how much fun it is. It's fun. When you say something about 5 or 10 years ago, and you say, you know, one day a big craft is going to come out of the sky for you. Everybody goes, that nigga's crazy. That nigga's crazy. And now, the hellbox is there. And the description I gave was a planet called the Bill. which is 4 times the size of the earth, and I did that before hellbound showed up. And now that it's there, what you got to say now? What you got to say now? It's out there. When I told y'all that you used to have a gland inside the hippocampus area that made you connect with God, you thought I was crazy. But that brother read a piece of paper today about the government who fabricated chips now, and it says on that paper that they inserted in the hippocampus area. You know what they call the hippocampus area in that world? The black box. I thought black was evil. The hippocampus part of the brain is responsible for all hallucinations and all intelligent information. And that's why the government has a chip that they're putting in their heads now. I told you used to have a gland there. That's why you don't remember how you built the pyramid. That's how come you don't remember selling Timbuktu. That's how come you don't remember being the Olmecs in the mall. That's why you don't know none of your languages. That's why there's something inside you that's brewing is great, but you just can't put your finger on it. Something inside that makes you say, I can't go work a 9 to 5 on this man. So knock his head off. People call us arrogant because we don't like to be told what to do. We only listen to our parents to a certain age. Before we start saying, I can't hear that stuff anymore. I got to go. You know what that is? That's the seat of God inside you. It starts raising around 12 or 13 years old. By the time you get 18, you're already God, but you don't know what to do with the power when you attack your family. You don't want to go to work. You spend your time trying to get your eye right in geometry in a basketball net, shooting a little round ball into a little hoop because it's a challenge. It looks like an impossibility to stand there with a basketball and shoot it. And it goes all the way down and gets to the hoop. Now you got to the point where you know what the Nubians are? Net. They don't even want the backboard. Net. Watch me get up. You know what's happening now in the basketball game? They're considering moving the net up. You know why? Because they found out that Nubians can fly. Jordan goes through the air like a dove, the Amorites just look like this. And they thought that he was unusual. And Elijah Warren stepped out from Mother Africa. They're finding out that you could fly. They're finding out that you have a sense of provision that is uncanny. That brother who's playing golf, you know he has the largest score of hitting the ball and putting it right in the ground. Making a goal from the beginning. I don't know y'all. I can't get it. Eagle. How you doing? It's called an eagle. I'll tell you how he's doing it. It's called mind power. He's going to hit the ball with the intention of putting it in that hole hundreds of yards away. And he's going to there, pop, and looking at it, the ball's going, okay. You ask any teacher about the minds of the children. You know what they'll tell you? It's not that these kids are dumb. It's I can't hold their attention. That's right. So these kids leave and they go into the street called the jungle. And they think of how I can defend myself and what I can get for myself before I die. You understand? Because I ain't got a chance if I get busted. I ain't gonna get no justice, and justice is simply just us. I ain't gonna get no fair trial. They already know that. You follow that? So when they step out in the world, they're going out to get theirs. OPP. That's how they're going out. You know what that means? Other people's property. And they don't feel like they're taking something from somebody. They feel like they're taking something back that was theirs. If you begin to understand the psyche of the next generation by listening to hip-hop music, sit down and listen to it. Stop just going, oh man, that's junk. If you want to know what your child is thinking, then sit there and listen and you'll know how to get to your kid. But if you try to get him to listen to Nat King Cole, Don't go there. And that King Cole was an Uncle Tom. I love the brother singing, but he was an Uncle Tom. Come on, man. Boy was a stretcher. Now watch them stretchers and them extenders. There's two fast color people, both extenders and stretchers. Wait, watch them niggas. They're on their way to being white. All right, kids don't want that stuff. Yeah, if I come to stretcher. You know it. I know it. You see that big old party guy and stretching there. That's not his fault. You know what fault that is? It's the man who taught him that Master Prophet Muhammad was God, and Master Prophet Muhammad had straight in. So he's doing what he thinks is right. I love Farrakhan colors. Listen, I like Farrakhan. I may not agree with what he's teaching, because I was born a Muslim, I speak the language, I can see the mistakes, and I don't want it bleeding over to you, because it didn't take them nowhere. I look at Sunni Islam and I know when it was started, who started, Wahhabi second, why, to destroy us, and how they took over our land, Saudi Arabia, because they prospected for oil in the prophecies, they knew it. They took that land because they knew the oil was going to be there. If that oil would have been there, we would have been there, we'd be ruling the world now. That's right. You know what's so deep about that? We would be just. If you step back, I can jump up in this class all day and talk about white folks all day, but you know the real deal? None of us hate white people. If a white person treats you right, you get polite. We're not haters. Not in our nation. I can get mad at you. I can get mad while you do a Rodney King. I want to get a little bit of it. You know, just to stop you from hurting me. Because my mind says if you do that to him, I know you're going to do it to me. But we don't naturally by nature hate white folks. And they don't naturally by nature hate us. They worship us. Otherwise they wouldn't be getting tamed. That's right. They wouldn't be getting their hair curled. They wouldn't be going to Egypt on vacation. You go to Egypt. I was in the university in Egypt. Or you go all around the pyramids and see a whole bunch of little white chickens walking around. And they know every god on the wall. And been there 5 or 6 times. They go on the Yugoslavia. Why you over in Egypt? What you doing on the African tour? Why the British is in Africa? The French are in Africa. The Dutch in Africa. What you doing over there? We such a diabolical, unorganized, crazy, destructive, sloppy, nasty, all the names that you call it. Why are you always over there? Why are you coming to my house? I don't go to nobody's house that's nasty and dirty. Come on with it. We have sewer systems in Africa, and Europe don't have, London don't have a sewer system now. Today, they do that underground tunnel where species run. Today. You understand? Go to France. You want a funky country? Go to France. They are funky people. We can play basketball all day and not be as funky as one French. I'm talking about my nose. I got a big nose too. My nose is traveled. There's nobody's clean as you. Your bad habits is coming from living in a society that just deprives you of the natural things you would do. If you went to the Nile of Egypt, everybody gets up in the morning and we go down to the Nile and we bathe. It's been going on for thousands of years. Tell me they're doing that up there in Canada. Nah. Tell me they're doing that up there in Iceland. The tad too chilly. They don't wash unless they boil water. Muslims, they told Muslims that they should bathe for Yom Jummah. You take hustle, that's what they call it, hustle, for Yom Jummah, for the day of assembly on Friday. You know it's so literal that most Muslims only bathe on Friday. They don't know nothing about bathing on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Bathing on Friday. Now they'll make wudu, which is a washing, but wudu don't say get up under the arm. And the bunk is up under there. It says up to the elbow, behind the head. You need that water that says get that bunk up the head. I walked into mosques in Morocco. I backed out. this place smelling like this. Go see it with your own eyes.
Right.
That big old crusty, dirty feet. And I would put my face where you just under that. Absolute feet. I'm gonna walk out. Most of them burn marks are absolute burns. This is what I'm going with my own eyes. I got to take all y'all inside my heart and let y'all get it from my heart to my head, so you know how I feel when I went, and know how I felt when I saw what I saw, and know how I feel now. If you can see what I saw, you'll see what I'm saying. I don't care whether they hate me. I don't care if they can threaten my life or they feel like. If I can stop any of y'all from getting caught up on what I was born in. Most of these Muslims in America, they were converted to Islam. I was born a Muslim. That's right. And I know it's fake. I had to watch Sheikh Abdul Basit, the greatest reciter of the Quran in Egypt, come over to Al-Azhar University with us, sit down and chant the Quran so beautiful, and then walk outside and light a cigarette. No, yes. Yes, light a cigarette, puff on a cigarette. And I say,
That's blasphemy, man.
that's drug. Cigarette has cannabis in it. No, brother, only Nabi. Now you don't say Nabi, they don't know that. They say only Khumra. Wine is forbidden. Muslims drinking beer. The word in the Quran is Khumra. The word Khamara means to block or fade. The word for wine in Arabic is Nabi. Abyad for Ahmar, white wine or red wine. The word for beer in Arabic, notice, beer. The word for whiskey, listen, Osak. The word alcohol, Osak. All of that is Khumra. But Muslims will smoke cigarettes, smoke hashish, water pipes. They sitting all over. Everything that they tell you is haram, they do. Told me I can't make a picture of Muhammad, go to Saudi Arabia, Morocco.
That's right.
That's
right.
Big old pictures bigger than that whole wall of the country. Or Mecca, in Saudi Arabia. Pictures of the king and all their families lying in the streets.
Right.
But they'll tell me I can't put a picture of Muhammad looking like me for my son and my daughter so they can get some self-esteem. Don't tell me about no spook God when you've already implanted in our minds that the prophet is white. In your hadith, by the actions of your sunnah. By the actions of your sunnah. What I mean by that? That you cannot tell me that if I let my hair out, if I rub water on my hair, it's going to get to my scalp. That don't happen with people with textured hair like mine. Well, not mine. My hair's a little thinner than most Nubians, but brother with real natural hair, he can put water up there all day. If he don't part that and get it down there, it's like just hiding the water in the head, and that gives you wouldn't. That was not written for Nubians. That is subliminally making you think Muhammad is a white Arab. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not teaching my son and my daughter about any God or prophet that does not look like me. And that's not wrong. If it is wrong, it is wrong for Chinese to exalt Buddha. And it's wrong for Egyptians to exalt Isis or Osiris, which looks like me. And it's wrong for anybody from any other religion to have a God that looks like them. Now let's talk about it. What other people have a God other than themselves but you? What other people? Everybody else's God looks like them. They're nationality. Everybody else, the Chinese got their own music, got their own food. Over here selling us Chinese food. Hey, right? We going to buy some Italian food. We want some pizza. I like pizza. I don't want to stop eating pizza. That's you, man. I'm on that side for a minute. But when are we going to get our own stuff? You can't go to any one part of Africa and find you. You're all here from every part of Africa you can think of in this room. Just look around, if you got anybody's features you can have. We got wide nose, long nose, short nose, big lips, thin lips, pound lips, pump out, fork, every high every kind of Africa from every part of it. They took everybody. They didn't go to the Ivory Coast and just steal one set of Africans. They wanted all of your blood here. You know why? Because they were not able to kilo it. They were not able to clot. They didn't have no hemoglobin. And while they were fighting wars and bleeding to death because they could not heal. And they knew that you keloid. You know what keloiding was? The power to reanimate limbs. That's right. You used to be able to grow limbs as a god. And it's in their Greek mythology talking about you. They cut off the arm and another one came back. They put in these monster movies now. You used to be able to do it. Called keloid. Amorites can't do it. They were called hemophiliacs. A lack of hemoglobin in the blood. Found that? A lack of plasma. The product that knits the skin back together by creating scabs. They lacked it. And that's why they hold the rose. If you read the book 2001, year 2001 Suspect, I think the Brotherhood of Satan, they always stand with a rose. Every president, every shrine, all got a rose. The Rosa Cruz. That rose is called the Battle of the Roses. When the Yorks and the Longchesters fought about coming over here to this country. You know what they got here? You know you already had 9 presidents before George Washington? Oh yeah. Say, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Anyway, oh yeah. Gotta give it to the new generation. We had 9 presidents. Let me ask you a question. How could George Washington be a general if there wasn't a president? How could he have been General George Washington before he became the president if there wasn't a president? A president appoints generals. That's right. Look on the back of the dollar bill and find out when the Constitution was set up for the Illuminati and find out when he was president of the United States and ask him how that happened before he was president. Black president, Moors.
You.
Oh.
35 more.
We were here.
Right.
Come on. And you know if I tell you about it now and it sounds vague, you know what kind of man I am. Right? You know I'm going to put a book out. It's going to have all the facts and the pictures and the dates and the times. And tell you, oh, his birth is shrouded in mystery. I got so tired that I did the research for him. They took the mystery away from his birth. And unlocked the shroud and that nigga was born in Portland. He ain't gonna no Saudi Arabia country crap. Let's get down. We don't need that crap. We're too close to the end of the world. We got an alignment coming up. The 7 inner planets are gonna line up on May 5th, 2000. That has not happened in 6,000 years. You understand? The last time it happened was the Noah flood. And the funny thing about it, in the book May 5, 2000, they say that the last time that happened was 6,000 years ago during Noah's time. Wait a minute. Y'all said that Adam and Eve was born 4,004 years ago. So how could Noah's time be 6,000 years ago? Doesn't that sound something like Noah gave birth to Canaan and the white man has a 6,000 year history? And they come at the end of their history? Hey! Listen, we ain't got nothing to worry about. This ain't that. This whole thing, this destruction ain't about you. There ain't nothing they can do to you that we ain't already suffered. You understand? I can get all white all night as much white. I'm putting his the other hole I really am. I've been around a while. I love to watch television when I see them in their houses floating by. Talking to me in Newgate. That look you see on their face when they stand up that dog and they shake it and they say, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. They're welcome to the real world. Now you don't really go to the 400 years of that crap.
Right, you burn my house.
We just don't care how my kids eat. I go apply for a job with more qualifications with your nephew gets it. We got family. We got this love thing that nobody else got. When they strip us down to nothing the day before, we'll take a brick box and make it out of drum. We'll take a whole